To pair your Mic Mini with your Osmo Pocket 3, go ahead and turn on the Osmo Pocket 3. We will then swipe from the top down, and we will click on this little gear icon, of which you will see wireless mic. Go ahead and click on it. You'll be presented with two options for two transmitters. So we'll go ahead and pair up transmitter 1, and then we will go ahead and click and hold this link button right here. Now we can see that the DJI Mic Mini is now successfully paired. And if you want to pair a second one, go ahead and repeat the same steps. Click on transmitter 2, and then we will go ahead and click on this link button up top and hold it. We now have both transmitters paired. And there are some additional options down here, like if you don't want to see the LEDs, then you can go ahead and click on that. That blue LED will disappear. We also have low cut filter. If you're in a fairly quiet room, we can power that on. And then auto power off is if it doesn't see any sort of connection, that the DJI Mic Mini will go ahead and power itself off, conserving its battery. Clipping control, simply to make sure that you don't suddenly overload the microphone. Last thing is when you are paired with an Osmo Pocket 3, you can click this link button one time and that will activate recording. To stop recording, click on the link button one more time. If you have an Osmo Action 4 or Action 5, go ahead and power it on. We will swipe from the top to the bottom. Go ahead and go to that same gear icon, and we will locate our wireless mics, which is down here. Click on that. I have an Osmo Action 4, which means I can only pair one transmitter. So I'll go ahead and press the transmitter. And same thing, I will hold on to this link button until the LEDs start flashing green and blue. And then after a few seconds, we are now connected to our Osmo Action 4. Same thing, we will have some options here like turning off the LED, low cut filter, auto power off, and clipping control. And just like the Pocket 3, if we click on this link button, we can activate recording. And if we want to stop recording, click on that link button one more time. To pair your transmitters back to the receiver if they're disconnected, go ahead and make sure we power on your receiver first. Once we are powered on, go to the other side. We have a link button of which we're going to hold. And we will see on the top that we are now in pairing mode. So go back to your transmitters, and then same thing with the link buttons up top. We're going to click and hold these. And they're going to start blinking. And once they've gone green, we have successfully paired to the receiver, as you can see with these green lights. When you see this blinking green light, that means you're in mono mode. So if you want to go into stereo mode, go over to the link button and we're going to click it twice. Once we click it twice, this LED will now turn blue, signaling that we are now in stereo mode. If your camera is receiving too much volume from the receiver, go ahead and use this dial wheel to adjust. We can go down -6 dB, -12 dB, or if your camera needs more volume, then go ahead and go to +6 dB or +12 dB. For the most part, leaving it at 0 should be fine. To activate noise cancellation on your transmitters, simply click on the power button once. When you do that, a yellow light will show up on this side. To turn off your noise cancellation, go ahead and click on that power button once, and our yellow light is gone. On the camera side, we can also double check if you are on noise cancellation mode or not. So if we activate it, you'll see that both of the transmitter lights are now yellow. And if we click on that power button one more time, we will return back to green. To install your Windmuff nice and quick, locate the two protruding sides on the Windmuff, as those are going to lock on to the back holes in your transmitter. So once you have them fairly lined up, all you have to do is just snap down with your fingers, and there you go. To take it off nice and quick, go ahead and use your thumb, coming in from the front, there's a little plastic lip here. Simply scoop your nail underneath and it'll pop right off. Your full kit will come with a USB-C adapter for smartphones and computers. To attach this, go ahead and locate on the bottom. We have a little sliding tab. Go ahead and slide it off. We'll see a tiny little arrow here pointing down, so we want to make sure that the red arrow on the USB-C is also pointing the same direction. It's going to be a little bit tough to push down, so go ahead and be firm with it. After that's attached, you can go ahead and place it onto your smartphone or your computer. For computers, go to your Sound Systems menu and your DJI Mic Mini will appear in the Input menu. For smartphone users, the additional USB-C port on the back can be used as a pass-through charging port. To take off this USB-C adapter, it's going to require a little bit of force, so I like to use my fingers to hold onto the receiver, then I use my thumbs and both of them start pushing up against the adapter. If you're using the DJI Mic Mini with your smartphone, specifically with the Blackmagic camera app, you want to make sure you go into your settings, your audio tab, then go over to your audio source and make sure the DJI Mic Mini is selected. The cool thing is, with the receiver attached to your smartphone, you can still use this link button and trigger recording. And same thing, if you want to stop, go ahead and click the link button one more time. If you want to make sure you can record in stereo mode, go ahead and go to your settings, your audio, and then make sure you're recording your audio as stereo. Once we are here, make sure your receiver is in stereo mode, so we're going to click on that link button 2 times. And now that we are in blue, here is transmitter number 1. And here is transmitter number 2. To pack away everything into the charging case, go ahead and take your auxiliary cable and loop it around once. On the inside of the case, you'll see this little protrusion, and simply use that to hook the auxiliary cable. Then for the Windmuffs, what you can do is you can simply just place them inside with the hard plastic part facing outwards. Or if you want to, you can also just leave it on your Mic Mini, and both will allow you to close the case no problem. With the receiver attached to your smartphone, we can access some additional options. So go ahead and go to your DJI Mimo app. You'll be met with this option of recording only or go to settings. We're going to go to settings. And here we are, we can see that I am currently using one of these transmitters as you are listening to this tutorial. We have our noise cancellation options, of which we can do basic or strong. I would just leave it at basic for the most part. Audio channels if we want to go for stereo or mono mode, but that's something we can already access on the receiver itself. But one thing we can turn on if we're specifically in mono mode is the safety track. Basically, if we turn on the safety track, that means one side of our stereo signal is going to be recorded at a lower volume to make sure that you don't clip your audio going into your camera. We can also access the low cut filter. Auto off just basically means if nothing happens for 15 minutes, it's going to power off. The auto on and off with camera basically means when it's plugged into a camera and it detects a signal, it will power on or shut off, making it nice and easy for you to not forget to turn off your system. And then clipping control is just to make sure that we don't clip your recording when it's going into your camera. If your transmitter is also connected at this moment in time, we have a couple options here. Auto off just basically means if your transmitter doesn't detect a signal for 15 minutes, it's going to power itself down to save power. We also have the power button for noise cancellation. You definitely want to leave this on as it's nice and easy to activate noise cancellation when you need it. And then lastly, of course, if you don't want your LED on your microphones to be on, simply turn it off here. Now you should be able to operate your DJI Mic Mini. If you want to learn how I did the smartphone tutorial portion, check out this video right over here.